Macca, after a fine away performance at Havant, how did you sum up this defeat?
Frustrating, disappointing, a bit lacklustre. Unfortunately, had a lot of promise before the game. The way the players have approached the setup was very positive. We've had a good week in training. Some discussions and match prep went into things last night, and we felt the group were in a good position. But football has a funny way of slapping you in the face, and a couple of minutes into it, that happens. And I've got no problem with the actual incident that leads to the goal, funnily enough. But it's our reaction as a group to a man. Every player on that pitch didn't react in the right way. We should be rallying round Cal. We should be explaining that it's a technical error, and we should be trying to lift him up. And the reaction from the players on the pitch, I felt that some players withdrew a little bit and kind of stopped doing what we do and move the ball slowly. Our rotations were waiting for things to happen, and as soon as that happens, you give the opposition that momentum, and it invited them to get after the ball a little bit. Whereas back here against Basingstoke, we moved it so quickly that we forced them back, and they couldn't get anywhere near our passing. And by half time we're in exactly the position we should have been after the way we responded to the early goal. So half time, a few discussions, a few kind of like awareness for the players of we can't be that kind of team that reacts in that way to a poor moment in the game. We've got to be more resilient, we've got to be more robust, we've got to be more professional in our approach, and that's the biggest disappointment for me. There was moments where players made mistakes and their reaction was really poor, not willing to run back, not willing to make any effort, not willing to run and work. Everyone makes mistakes, but everyone chooses whether they can work as hard as their opponent or not, and that was the thing that really let us down today, especially in the first half.
Could all three goals, it looked from my point of view that all three could have been avoided?
100%. I think that you look at a lot of goals that we've conceded this season, there are a lot that could be avoided, and there's only a certain amount that we can kind of like put down to teething problems or adjusting to the style of play. But there are going to be moments where we do make mistakes in our own half around our box, and the only way we can reduce those is by approaching it in the right way and moving the ball properly, moving the ball quickly, moving the ball with real purpose. And after that, the first goal, I felt that the players stopped doing that. They stopped moving it quickly, they moved it slow. I mean, it was frustrating to watch. It was frustrating to see the way the players kind of hid. There was no one who really made a tackle or made a run or did anything with the ball that motivated the team in that first half. And the second half is a completely different game. You come out 3-0 down, you've got a mountain to climb, the opposition is going to sit in, and you've got to try and break them down. And fair play to the lads in the way that they did break them down, just didn't take our chances again. And that's going to be key for us this year. When we are on top, we have to score our chances. Those clear-cut chances need to end up in the back of the net in order to reinforce that what we're doing is right, but also give the players that confidence. But the most important thing in football is when you're on top, you score, and you punish the opposition, and that would obviously cause them to take a little bit more of a step back rather than feel like they're invincible. And we did that today. We made them feel a little bit invincible.
No time to dwell on it. 48 hours time, we're back at it. Tiverton away, perfect chance to put a response together.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the great thing about football, is that another game just comes up straight off the bat, and the players are hurting in there. The players are hurting. They've had their individual discussions, they've had their group discussions, and they know that's not good enough. They don't need me to tell them that first half performance wasn't good enough. But it's mine and Peake's job to tell them where we can be better, and we'll dust ourselves down. We'll approach the Monday in a slightly different manner. We're now without the two extra lads, so there's opportunities for players to come in and stake a claim for shirts, and hopefully that competitive side of the squad will mean that we rock up on Monday with a bit more impetus, a bit more tempo, a bit more purpose about our play, and we react to any kind of adversity that happens during that 90 minutes in a little bit better manner than today.
Thanks, Macca.
No problem. Cheers.